сегодня я прохожу Сталкер Чистое Небо. Ну, прохожу я модификацию Clear Shot. Все начинается просто с видюхи, как Шрам идет в общем экспедицию для в общем ведет экспедицию, чтобы сделать всякие там замеры вот эти.
Был пьяный, а был бы трезвый, в жизни мимо вас толпотяклов.
Так, говорит парень.
Visitor? I'll be right there. Holy cow, you're as pale as a vampire. You need to visit the bar, that's what you need.
Ой, май гад, опа, видал бы схожу, бледный, краш, игру ходу. Иди в бар, причем солнце там тебя правит. Есть что-то для меня.
Drop in next time you're in our neck of the woods.
Ой, май гад, во-первых, почему мод на английском? Так, ладно, взглянем на карту. Очень меня любой момент, что выразить себя английском. И, конечно, пытаясь исправить хотя
I see you. Just a minute. Hello, Mark. You became quite a legend while you were out of it. Even you wouldn't believe some of the rumors I've heard. Anyways, here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of a gun. It should help you relax and tell me about your adventures. Because well then, you drink and I'll tell you about this place. It used to be pretty quiet here. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission. The biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own. I was collecting bottles one after another and they let me here. I'm kidding, man. The truth is, there was no place for me in our base. As you can see, it's a small, sinking farmstead in the middle of romantic, endless swamps. I couldn't tell you where it is exactly. But it's the last place in the zone where you can meet real people. Guys who won't screw you, stab you in the back or let you bleed to death to save a med kit. You know why you've never heard of it? Because too many people want to know about it. And the fewer that do, the better. Lebedev is our leader. Man is a rock if ever I've seen one. He's the glue that holds our whole group together. Then there's Binpolev, Professor Binpolev. He's like a walking encyclopedia and a calculator in one. Knows more about the zone than... well, anyway. Our technician's called Gray. He can make you a rifle out of an empty can with ammo to boot. He could use some...
Go! Leave the merc alone with your dirty jokes. I need to see him.
Well, brother, if Lebedev says he needs to see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Go on. I'll catch you later.
Самое интересное, все разговаривают. Если я не ошибаюсь, я иду в правильном направлении. Смысл, да. Так, ладно. В следующей я вообще, конечно, попытаюсь исправить, хотя я думаю, это неизбежно. Так что я потерялся. Ладно, давайте сейчас спущусь вниз. Так. Ведь может на первом этаже. Ух ты ж, нифига себе с РПГшкой. Да, меня это смущает, мне что-то залагал мышь. Вот первый этаж, наверное.
Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on this situation. You're in the Clear Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that, as I said, we are researchers. We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat. No, that mission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many... I see. How can I help you? Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We are having a very tough time here recently. The mission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There are so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem...
This is the second outpost. We're under attack. I repeat, we're under attack. Help!
That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Help us fight it off. If it makes any difference, some of the boys who saved you are there right. Great. Get over to the trader and he'll fit you out with some basic equipment.
В общем, нам нужно при начале.
Roger that. At last. Here, take this basic equipment kit. I've been ordered to issue you some equipment. There's no time for questions.
Так. Его здесь у меня уже одет, спальный мешок. Ой, что я с ним сделал? Сейчас мне что-то я останавливал запись для того, ну, чтобы проверить звук и почему вместо имен.
Stalker, what do you want?
Вот если вот так вот, почему так вот отображаются вот так вот имена? Ну что, готов идти? Да, ладно, готов. Так, ладно, все, давайте. Так, вот такие вот дела. Не знаю, кто знает, напишите. Короче, вот нам завязали глаза.
There are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you. Artifacts and anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
Нам даже как бы даст ощущение, что игра. Где этот артефакт ему? Давайте используем аптечку. Заряжаем. Ура, наконец-то, вот он. Так, что у нас здесь? Медуза, радиационный контейнер. Ага. Перебой в работе приватного канала, если что, в личку. Ой-ой-ой. Ладно. Думаю, с ним ничего страшного не произойдет. Ой, а я думал, так страшно. Честно говоря, по идее, просто я сначала подумал, по идее такой.
You have my full attention.
При так ладно.
There are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you. Oh, by the way, you can sometimes find artifacts in anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up, easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
Давайте пока что все еще паутиком. Побегал, чуть-чуть. Ну, здесь у нас как-то уже нет вроде ничего. А, нет, есть.
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
You're right on time, bro. I'm real low on ammo, so let's make the best of it together.
Да, в принципе, я не знаю, что ему тут. В принципе, пускай себе сидит на той вышке, ну и все. Да чего вообще куда-либо уходить?
Attention all fighters. Any mission is approaching. Get to cover now.
Я не знаю, смогу ли я здесь укрыться. Короче. Короче, ну все как обычно, я в очередной раз выживаю. Да я тебя не трогаю.
Oh, I didn't notice you coming.
Так, господи.
Если бы мы все вместе делились свободовцами и вольными сталкерами объединены.
Так, получить награду.
Oh, welcome, guest from foreign lands. What come you with? Yeah, I heard your story. I reckon the main thing is that you're still alive. Stuff is easy enough to replace, as long as the zone is kind to you. That's the sort of people we are. You can't buy an extra 15 minutes of life, or a spare store from death. But us traders are needed everywhere, even in the zone, even in the swamps, and even underground. It's not... Have a safe trip.
И чем мне это? Ладно, так. Смех просто убогий. Ладно, не суть, это сталкер. Здесь только каких мужиков не бывает. О, господи. Быть может, он на первом этаже. Быть может.
You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Bien Polev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several... A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone. A discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, the increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever, it's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone. Some say the monolith, others say the Vishgranta. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now. What I can say is that I didn't think so until the large emission. Hell, nobody thought so. However, if you consider the emissions to be a defensive reaction, then the answer is obvious. Someone made it through the Scorcher, and the emission was the zone's response. I know a lot about the zone, but I can't share everything with you. You'll just have to trust me on some things. A system, any system, needs to be in equilibrium. The zone is unstable right now, and this instability is increasing. If the constant emissions aren't... You're right. But we do know how to prevent a disaster and stop the emissions. And we have to find out who was in the center of the zone and stop them. There's a strange connection between you and the zone. On the one hand, every new emission gradually kills you. On the other hand, you survive in situations where others don't stand a chance. My gut feeling tells me that your abilities, your gift, your curse, call it what you will, they mean you can get through places that others wouldn't even dream. I knew you'd ask that. The answer is simple. If the emissions aren't stopped, your nervous system will burn out and you'll die. Help us? Unfortunately, yes. So, will you help us? Then listen carefully. We have made use of all our contacts and connections in the zone. As a result, we know that a certain stalker at the Kordan was asking Sidorovich about some very strange components. That's all we have for the moment. But it's a lead. Through the swamps, of course, how else? But remember what I said. After the emission, a whole army of all kinds of scum turned up in the area. Now...
Так, ладно. Фу. Открываю наш КПК. Бежим. Так, есть что-то. Вроде у него награду надо получить. Он не суть. А это кто? Опа-на.
Крути, не крути. Маракуй, не маракуй. А все равно выйдет.
Послушайте, мужики!
Контролер, ты на себя посмотри. Тоже мне принц прекрасный.
What you need, Stalker?
Да.
We're in, so you can take your blindfold off. Don't you try to follow me, it won't work anyway. If you want to come back to the base, find one of the guys at the fishing. Merc, it looks like you're at the Great Swamps now. Be extremely careful and don't try to be a hero. Check out your PDA. You should find the location of our squads there. I suggest you get yourself over to the fishing hamlet.
Ой, Че ему давайте? Ой, их там. Изучение голоде. Вам не суть. Так, я так понял, надо идти сюда. А это... Что же он здесь нам даже дерево показывает. Процесс радиации как вроде и нет. Враги. Я так понял, сейчас я один тут буду разбираться. Окей. Ладно, чуваки. Я на этом остановлюсь. Слишком жестко. Так, ладно, Всем спасибо, до следующей серии.
Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Geek, geek, woo, woo.